Hi homies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Haley and this is the Mystic Adventure Tarot. Woo! So, very special episode today. It's going to be a collab. I'm doing a wonderful collab with our lovely Queen Letty at This Beautiful Place Tarot. I will be linking her video as part 2 of this reading down below. So today's topic for here at the Mystic Adventure is going to be a message from your teenage self. And then This Beautiful Place Tarot is going to have part 2 of this reading, and it's going to be a video about reparenting. So go ahead and watch this video, and then go ahead and head over to Letty and watch her video as well. It's going to be beautiful. I'm really excited. It's our first collab, and honestly, Letty is awesome. She's a very wonderful reader. So on that note, a message from your teenage self. We're going to be picking a pile today. So pile 1 is going to be this green aventurine frog. And I didn't pick a card for today. I just kind of shuffled everything and decided to see what was on the top. So pile 1, green aventurine frog, and the crow tarot. Ooh, we got the 9 of cups reversed. Okay. Pile 1. Pile 2, we've got this cute little piece of fluorite, and we have the Desert Illuminations Tarot. And we got the 2 of Cups reversed. Okay, vibes. All right, pile 2. Pile 3, we've got this Dalmatian Jasper bracelet, and we have the Disney Villains Tarot. We got the 10 of Swords. Okay, pile 3. And pile 4, we have this wonderful little piece of smoky quartz, and we've got the 420 tarot. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Okay, guys, message from your teenage self. It seems like they all already have something to say. I'm nervous about this reading. I'm not like, oh, this is going to be a terrible reading. I'm actually really excited about this. I've been thinking about this topic for a while. And I think it's going to pair really well with the video over with this Beautiful Place Tarot over with our lovely Letty. It's 4:44 p.m., you guys. That's a sign for me to get started with this reading. So go ahead, take a second, you guys, pick your pile, and I will put it in the description below, and then click your timestamp and head over to your reading. Sorry, my words got a little jumbled there for a second. Yeah, pick your pile. See you guys over there. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the green aventurine frog or you chose the crow tarot, then this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start off with our oracle energies, and if you feel like just based off of the oracle portion, you're not connecting with this reading, that's totally okay. You are more than welcome to pick another pile. Pick as many piles as you want. This video is timeless. Or, you might not have a reading today, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We want to make sure that we're not forcing information to fit that doesn't fit and add confusion to our lives. And, tarot is meant for clarity, not for chaos. So make sure that we're only taking the messages that resonate. Also, don't forget part 2 of your reading about reparenting after this video. Go ahead and I will link her down below, but go ahead and visit This Beautiful Place Tarot, and Letty will have part 2 of this reading for you. So first collab, yay! Very excited. All right, let's get into these guys. I actually, for some reason, decided I wanted to do quite a few oracle cards today, so let's get it. We've got blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Spicy. Right out the gate. Especially with that 9 of Cups reverse, which I didn't tell you guys, but 9 of Cups reverse is kind of like, there's like an entitlement vibe, it's giving, you didn't put in the work, you're not satisfied. So, sorry, pile 1. I didn't say it, they did. We've got denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. And actually, when I shuffled these out, these two came in together and the denial was in like upside down. So maybe you are in denial of something versus like someone else being in denial. Ooh, we have healing hands. I love that. And I also love how like this, you know, this picture almost is like the middle of these. But yes, healing hands. Maybe reaching out to someone through therapy, through, you know, someone you love, a spiritual, what do you call it? Someone that you look up to, someone that you trust, an advisor, a spiritual advisor. There you go. Maybe reaching out to someone. We've got a faithful, number 52, which let me read that. This is the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. Very, very beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. You know? Look at this. Pick one up. I'll link this down below too. Number 52, faithful. And we're going to read the introspection portion. Scientists have performed brain scans on dogs and can unequivocally prove that dogs feel love when they look at their owners. That little head tilt isn't just being cute for table scraps, it's a look of affection and acceptance. They truly are the most unconditionally loving fiends we have. I'm assuming friends we have. They don't care how we look or dress. They just want to be with us. So act with the energy of the dog. Have absolute unconditional love and faith in yourself and see how much you grow. Sometimes you have to be your own best friend and support yourself in alignment with your highest self. Okay, support yourself in alignment with your highest self. Be your own cheerleader. Okay, sorry. I'm dyslexic, so that was kind of a long paragraph. But overall, just being like loving yourself as much as like your pet loves you, which, you know, if you watched the pet videos that I've put out, a lot of every single pile your pet is expressing how much they love you if you have a pet. But if you don't, like even just like the idea of like loving someone unconditionally regardless of the situation, we are fully capable and we are more apt to do that for other people than we are to do it for ourselves. So maybe just try doing it for yourself. We have community. Interesting. Community, whether it be, you know, family, friends, maybe if you grew up in a religious setting where you were, you know, you went to church or mosque or wherever you went and it was like always around a collective. Remember forgetting. Ooh, okay. And the remember forgetting card, and it's the human. It's just about like, again, self-forgiveness. 444 on my timer. Huh. It's again about self-forgiveness. Remember that like, you know, you're still a person. Remember that like there are lessons that you still need to learn, and you know, we came down to this earth as babies, and I feel like babies actually know everything. They just can't use their bodies, you know, because they're not there yet. But I feel like babies actually know everything, and as we grow up, we forget all the things that we came down here with. So just remember that like you're human, and yeah, it's okay that you still have lessons to learn. There's still changes that need to be made. You know, it's not, don't blame yourself and don't blame other people. Just recognize that there's some stuff that needs to be worked on and move on. Anger. Oof. Ambition. Mars. Assertive, aggression, war, Aries, Scorpio, Tuesday, confidence, impulsiveness, strength, action, sexuality, passion, desire, determination. Okay. I feel like there was a lot of anger within your community, wherever it was that you grew up. I feel like you may have been denied, because Mars is about like, it's essentially your personality. You know what I mean? What it is that makes you who you are. And I feel like maybe you were faithful towards your community, and maybe you were faithful towards like whatever it was that you were supposed to be, you know, committed to. And I think that in the end, it just wasn't what was best for you. You know, that's where I'm getting like the blame and denial too, because like as an ex-evangelical, like it's very, very easy to blame all of your personality problems on the fact that you were raised in a cult. But at the end of the day, we still have to be accountable for the fact that like, yeah, that's how we were raised, but that doesn't give us an excuse to just like act out and be toxic, you know? we are still responsible, or we are still like accountable for ourselves, and we're still accountable for who we are at the end of the day, regardless if other people were denying that of you. So not to sound harsh, but I'm low-key really connecting with this. Like, as my teenage self, it took me a long time to heal that, like, rage, you know, the outrage. But what helped me heal was, in fact, community. What helped me heal was, in fact, like, friends and people just teaching me, you know, what empathy feels like, what love feels like, what, like, it feels like to have a faithful friend and someone who is dedicated to you in as much as you would be dedicated to them. You know, someone who cares about your ambitions and cares about you being confident in being who you are, and isn't denying you, you know, your righteous anger, but also isn't denying you the opportunity to just be you, to just be human. Yeah, ooh, teenage pile 1. I feel it. I get it. I feel like this was solid. If you guys want, if you guys want, I'm recording this alone. I'm going to get into the tarot. So let me do my little thingy and try and get everyone in frame. I got a lot of cards going on, so it's probably not going to be perfect, but that's okay. I really don't want this glare up here, but I'm not sure if there's much I can do about that. Oh, great. That worked. And then we'll put these guys in the middle. Boom, boom, and boom. And then I'll put you here. And I'll put the healing hands right here in the center. That works. That works for me. I think you guys can see everything clearly. All right. Pile 1. A message from your teenage self. Already, it seems like teenage pile 1 had a lot of, it feels like you guys had a lot of like self-discovery that you had to go through. And it feels like, and it's easy to like, you know, be angry at the fact that we were kind of really set back when it comes to like self-discovery. But at the end of the day, like I said, there's like a certain level of accountability, you know, that you have to have for yourself and for your own healing. And that's why you're here. And that's why I'm here, you know? But yeah, I'm definitely feeling the angst here. Pile 1. So, a card to represent your teenage self for pile 1. A card to represent your teenage self. Pile 1. What do we got? Wheel of Fortune reversed. Ooh. Okay. What you lacked as a teen for pile 1. What did pile 1 lack as a teenager? Ace of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Something that was never expressed as a teen. Remember how I said ex-evangelical or ex-church kid? There's that Hierophant. How is this affecting your life now? Ooh, we got the 5 of Wands upright. Okay. Double 5s coming in too. Interesting. And then with that 10 from the wheel. That's how is this affecting your life now? Something you can do to heal your inner teen for pile 1. Ooh, what is going on over here? Okay. What do we got? Okay, I'll take all of these. Something you could do to heal your inner teen. I'll go from this way because this seems to make the most sense. We've got the 8 of Swords upright. Something you can do to support your inner teen. And we've got the 3 of Cups upright. And then their message to you. And we've got the Queen of Wands upright and the Lovers reversed. So I'm going to put these guys down here for last. What do we got on the bottom? Ooh, the Moon. Okay. Okay. Pile 1. A card to represent your teenage self. We've got the Wheel of Fortune reverse. I feel like your life was just out of your control. It feels very much like you know, because that's what the Wheel of Fortune reverse is. It's about like lacking control. It can be about like negative external forces. You know, like I said, an outer community in which you are being, you know, suppressed by. Also just like bad luck. And it maybe felt like as a teen, like nothing good ever happened for you, or you never believed that good things could ever happen for you. But let me tell you something, pile one, that's not the tea forever. Ooh, were you bullied in high school? I don't know why I didn't think of that. Were you bullied in high school? Pile one, just asking. 12:22 on my timer. What you lacked as a teen, we've got the Ace of Pentacles upright. You lacked opportunities. I feel like you were never like given a chance, you know? And from the vibe, it seems like you're a pretty creative person. Like, I'm looking at all the colors and stuff, and I feel like, and like this wheel vibe, I feel like the wheels are always turning and you're pretty imaginative. And I feel like you, with all the birds too, I feel like you just think in a more airy way, and not like airy as in dumb. I'm talking about airy as in like in a dreamlike, like lighter way, you know? I feel like your mind carries itself pretty well, or your thoughts carry themselves pretty well, especially your inner monologue. But yeah, it feels like you just lacked opportunities. And it's funny too, because the denial card looks like hella similar to the Ace of Pentacles, this Ace of Pentacles card. And it's almost like, dude, okay, I'm just enjoying the flow and enjoying the vibe. And if you're one of those people that's like, stick to the subject, this isn't your channel. This isn't the channel for you to watch, because I like to get in, I've been wanting to get into more just like little details and stuff. So here we go. Look at the blame card and literally look at this Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like you were the blame. It's almost like you took the blame for everything that didn't work, even though it wasn't like even though it wasn't even your fault. Like, you know, if your parents got divorced or whatever, and like, they're like, oh, well, it's because I've had to spend my life raising kids, or what, you know what I mean? Stupid stuff like that. I feel like you took the blame for a lot of stuff, a lot of the failures that were going on. And I feel like a lot of anger was directed at you from your community, whether that be your family or, you know, I don't want to specifically say church you grew up in, but the church you grew up in, you know, or the religious group you grew up around, if you identify with that. But it's giving hardcore church kid for me as an ex-church kid myself. So yes, what you lacked as a teen, nobody was trying to. 14:44 on my timer. What is with the fours, pile one? Yeah, nobody was trying to give you opportunities, and that really sucks, because I feel like you were probably a creative person. You just didn't have the ability to express it. Something that was never expressed as a teen, and the card that came out was the Hierophant upright. And the Hierophant is the religion card. You know, it's about conformity, it's about tradition, and it's also about like there's no flexibility there. And I feel like maybe you were in need of something a little more flexible, something that was gonna work a little bit better with you, you know, and not so much a structure that was just like, this is the rules because I said so, this is how we do things. You know, if you grew up with, you know, that kind of parental structure where like, because I said so was literally the answer and there was no actual like lesson behind it. But just like, I feel like maybe you were trying to just go on your own, you know, walk your own path. And I feel like that was something that was definitely like, you weren't allowed to say, because I feel like if you were to say it, like, how is that affecting your life now? We've got the 5 of Wands upright, which is about like competition and tension and conflict and drama. You know, I feel like it's affecting your life now because you're either always tolerating somebody's bullshit, or you went the opposite. You went the anger route. It's funny because this is like right underneath the anger card. But you went the angry route and nobody can tell you anything. And that's all well and good. But like with the blame card, you know, it's there's got to be some accountability. You know, I get that. And I'm gonna take this thought for a second. If you're inner teen manifests itself through like rage and anger and frustration, that's all well and good, but don't let them make decisions for you. Don't let them make like emotional responses for you, and don't let them like, don't be the reason why you're denied love, and don't be the reason why you're denied companionship and friendship and an actual community that loves and cares about you, because you're so stuck on the people that mistreated you. It's time to trust that there's more out there. You know, there's better people out there. Trust me when I say it's really scary to be raised in an environment where like everyone hates you, and then you go into the real world and like nobody hates you because like nobody knows you, and they're actually just taking the time to get to know you, you know. But it's scary because you're so used to like this nonsense that you're just ready to fight with anybody. And that's, you know, if you take it that way. But on the opposite side of that coin, if you're like out here just laying down for people and letting them walk all over you and letting them just like push you around and bring conflict to your door, and if we're going to follow on that, like, you know, Hierophant vibe, if it's like your ex church or your ex community or, you know, the group in which you used to be in, coming around to still harass you and coming around to like remind you of who you were or like remind you of blah, 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 like, no thanks. Deny that little coffee date of, hey, we should go get some coffee sometime. No, thank you. I'm okay. Because they're not healing hands. They're hurting hands. They're not trying to help you. They're not trying to progress you. They're trying to bring you down. So how's this affecting your life now? You could be stomping on people, or you could be getting stomped on. Pile one. Either way, there's got to be some balance there. How is this affecting your life now? Next, we have something you can do to heal your inner teen. Baby, baby, baby. We've got the 8 of Swords upright. This is a self-inflicted thing at this point. If you're grown and you've moved on and you've proven to them that you are better and you are not the person that they made you out to be, and you're not a loser and blah, 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 yay, I'm glad that you made it. I'm glad that you stuck around, and I'm glad that you're still here. That's not sarcastic. That's like fact. Okay. However, you got to let this shit go. You got to let these people go. You've got to let these wounds go. And I'm not saying forget about it and act. I'm not one of those people who's like, the past is for the past. Let's not forget about it. No, it's still your history. It's still part of your story, as much as other people want to deny that it is. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about allowing this to affect you to the level that it does. Because your inner teen is like angry, bro. And I get it. I get it. And we don't even think about our inner teen. And that's the like hard part about it is like, you don't even think about them. You think about like, oh, inner child work and blah, 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 blah. But we don't think about the fact that there was a solid 10 years of our lives where we were just building up on, you know, suppressed emotions and suppressed mental health and all these lovely little things built around on top of our parents' issues, you know, only to bubble up and become adults, and now it's coming out now. So it's really important that you do not deny yourself the freedom that you deserve. You do not stop denying yourself the peace you deserve. Even if you need to be the healing hands, you know, even if it's you or somebody else, but it's time to heal. It's time to reach out and let that chapter end. That's not who you were, you know. That's what other people in this structure said that you were. You know what I mean? Like, you're not that person, and you're not a teenager. You're not like, your inner teenager is not who you are. That is someone who did not have autonomy. That is someone who did not have the space to be themselves. That's not you, you know? You're not there anymore. So don't allow that type of energy and emotion to control what's going on in your life, okay? Something you can do to support, and that's something you can do to heal your inner teen. Something you can do to support your inner teen is maybe make some better friends. Maybe hang out with some new people. Put yourself out there. Get to know better people. Like I said with that community, like if you're if you're one of those kids that left church and you're now in the shell-shocked phase of like realizing that everyone and everything you've ever known has been in the same group of people and you don't know how to make friends, that's okay. But it's time to start putting yourself out there, and it's time to start seeing, who do you want to be around? Who do you want to hang out with? Who are you? You know, get to know some people. That's a good way to support your inner teen, is show yourself that you're not the lame kid. 22 on my timer. Show yourself that you're not the lame kid that everyone said that you were, or that everyone projected onto you that you were, you know? Their message to you, we've got the Queen of Wands upright, and we've got the Lovers reversed. Be confident and don't subject yourself to anyone who is not of the same mind as you. The Lovers isn't, everyone's like, the Lovers, it's a romantic card. No, it's about duality. It's about companionship in general. When the Lovers is reversed, it's a disharmony. There's not a equal give and take when it comes to your morals and your mindsets and who you are as people. So I think it's important that you be confident and you stand your ground, and you do not allow yourself to be around people that are not like-minded and people that are not good for your health and good for your growth. I feel like your inner teen lacked a lot of confidence, you know, and if it was denied you, guess what? Those people have no more control over you. And I think that that's what that Hierophant is too. Like, they don't have any more control over you. They can't tell you who you are or what you are, or what they think about you. It doesn't matter anymore, pile one. It really doesn't. So I'm going to close off with a couple of oracle cards, but first we're going to get an angel number. Woo! So those of my friends out there who are sound sensitive, go ahead and I'm going to shuffle these, or shuffle. I'm going to roll these dice. Go ahead and cover your ears in 3, 2, 1. What do we got? We got 163. Angel number 163. Angel number 163 tells you that your prayers have been heard and you are receiving guidance and assistance from the angels and masters via your intuition and gut feelings. Listen to the promptings of your inner self and take positive action as guided. Let go of any worries and anxieties you may have to do with financial and monetary issues, and allow the angels to transmute and heal them. Okay. Don't trip. Take my advice, pile one. It's time to just chill out. You know, it's time to chill and enjoy your life. So, what can pile one do for self-care? How can they take care of their inner teen? For pile one, what do we got? We've got use your hands. We've got rest, and we've got spend time with animals. That's funny. Do you have a pet, pile one, or are you an animal person? Let me know. Maybe start being crafty. Definitely get more sleep. If you're dealing with anxiety and you're dealing with like late nights, and it's time to get some sleep. And even if you're not getting sleep, just rest your body, try and rest your mind, try and relax a little bit. Spend some time with animals, whether that be your pets, or maybe even just finding like somewhere where you can engage with animals, your friends, or, you know, maybe volunteer at a shelter. And get crafty, pile one. Maybe do some things that, you know, maybe do some creative things that you were told you couldn't do. You know, I like to work with my inner child and my inner teen that way, by allowing them to engage in stuff that I was denied as a kid. So I love you, pile one. I really hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for coming. Make sure that you like and comment and subscribe, and make sure that you click the link down below and head over to this beautiful place, Tarot, and visit Letty, and she's going to show you how to reparent yourself. So thank you, pile one. I'll see you next time. Hi, pile two. If you chose the Fluorite or you chose the Desert Illuminations Tarot, this is going to be your reading. Excuse me. As always, we're going to start with our oracle portion. And if you feel like, just based off of the oracle, that this is not your reading, that's totally okay. You can pick another pile if you want. Or, you know, you might not have a reading today. There's nothing wrong with that. Make sure that we're not forcing information to fit when we know for a fact it doesn't fit, and stressing ourselves out and creating more internal problems. So with that being said, we're going to start with our oracle. And then, of course, after this video, make sure that you head over to This Beautiful Place Tarot, because Letty has part 2 of this reading for you. It's about reparenting, and she has a pick-a-pile over there for you guys. So, first collab, yay! But without further ado, let's get into this. So, move these guys down here. Let's see what we got. A message from your teenage self. Ooh, let's see. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Okay, 111 on my timer. Whoa, I literally just looked up. Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay, interesting. Growth. Number 1. Whether that be internal growth or, you know, emotional growth, whatever it is. We've got balance. Number 44. Dude, I've been seeing 4s all day. It's too much. Let me look in the guidebook for that one. This is the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. I'll link it down below. You guys should definitely pick up one of these. Look how beautiful it is. My goodness. Gorge. All right. Number 44, balance. Let me find it. And we're going to read the introspection part, which is long. When we've been focused on an end goal for so long, it can really be hard to drop our walls and pride and let others help us. There is nothing to be ashamed of to ask for and accept the help of others who are just itching to show their love and support. People have moved mountains and walked on the moon through collaborative effort. You can do so much, and with help, you can do more than your wildest dreams can conjure. Take a breath, say yes, and send that text or start that community project. Lean on them. They are ready and willing and waiting to make magic with you. Oh, okay. That's funny because loneliness, I don't know if you as a teen, like, you didn't have a lot of friends or you didn't feel like you had support. But there's nothing wrong with leaning on someone. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. This is looking a little wonky. There we go. Let's see. We've got despair, number 32. Okay. Despair, whether that be like financially, whether it was emotional, just like it seems like there was a lot of struggle coming around. It's weird because with the envy, like, I don't know if you felt insecure about the fact that you didn't have a lot of connections, or you felt insecure about maybe your financial or social position when you were a teen. 3:33 on my timer. This might be about like social. Did you deal with like social issues as a teen? We have pause, assess, act, white-tailed deer. I'm gonna drink some water. Goodness. Pause, assess, act. Think about your moves before you make them. Don't just jump to conclusions. We have surrender. Okay. It's interesting because I feel like every time this card comes out with it, the surrender card. Interesting. Taurus, second house. Material goods, money, values, security, work ethic, income, expenses, career, possessions, budgeting, assets, financial stability, personal finances. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe that you didn't have a lot as a kid, and maybe you were not able to participate in a lot of activities. You may not have been able to participate in a lot of stuff, or even felt comfortable being around other people or other like of your peers. 4:44 on my timer. What is with these 4s? But it feels like the vibe is that you just didn't have a lot. And I feel like that might have caused like some insecurity within you, in the sense, not only in the sense of like material things, but also just like when it came to like even putting yourself out there with other people. I think that maybe you didn't have access to a community or access to like a social life. And I feel like maybe like a deer, you know, so like every time you were put in those situations, it was almost like just a, I don't know what to do. But with the growth, I feel like maybe you're at a point in your life where you're trying to grow away from those things, grow out of those things. And maybe it's important for you to surrender, surrender that anxiety and surrender that like scarcity mentality. 4 is a money number too. So that's what I mean when I say I'm getting the vibe of like, you didn't have a lot. And honestly, like I grew up broke too. It sounds so shallow, but like, honestly, when you're a teenager, being broke is embarrassing because you're just like, you see people partaking in activities and you see people doing all these extra things that you literally can't do. And there's like, and then you have to like explain, and you're a teenager, so you don't know that you don't have to explain yourself. But like, as a teen, you feel like you have to explain why you can't this and you can't that, and, it's literally because you just don't have the access to it. So if you feel like you connected with that, I feel like that, that's what I got out of it anyway. And also, like, the funny thing is too with the growth, like it's like this little solo plant, it's not this big old garden. It's not anything like that. I think that you're just used to going it on your own. I'll add that in there. If you were maybe more of a loner, a solo kid, and you didn't feel like you fit in or connected with folks, maybe this is for you. And maybe your way of combating that was like focusing on your career. We'll find out. But pile 2. And you guys had the 2 of Cups reversed on the top of your deck, which is about like imbalance in relationships. It's lacking harmony. It's not a good connection. So maybe you struggled with making good connections as a teen. We'll find out. A message from your teenage self. I can't wait for you guys to watch Letty's video because honestly, I got a parental reading from her and ooh, let me tell you, it was spicy. It was good. It was needed. So yeah, I'm excited for you guys to go over there and watch that one too. But let's get into these. A card to represent your teenage self for pile 2. What is a card to represent your teenage self? We've got the 6 of Pentacles reversed. And then what did you lack as a teen? Ooh, Ace of Cups upright. Okay. Let's try and straighten these out. I feel like my camera might be lopsided, but I don't want to like get too OCD focused on it. So I think this should be fine. And if it's not fine, it's okay anyway. Something you lacked as a teen. We've got, the Ace of Cups upright. Something that was never expressed as a teen. We've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. That one literally was just like, whoop. All right. Or the Ace of Cactus reversed. Interesting. And that's something that was never expressed as a teen. How is this affecting your life now? For pile 2. How is this affecting your life now? For pile 2. What do we got? We got the 8 of Cactus upright. Ooh, tea. Something you can do to heal your inner teen. For pile 2. Something that pile 2 can do to heal their inner teen. Inner teenager. Come on. Give me one. All right. What do we got? 4 of Cups reversed. Tea. It wasn't like this. That's what was throwing me off. I was like, dang, there's something about this layout that's not making much sense to me. There we go. There we go. All right. So next card is, that was, how is that affecting your life now? And then next card is, there we go. Me says I'm not gonna fidget with it. Immediately does that anyway. Something you could do to heal your inner teen is this one. Knight of Cactus reversed. I wasn't even thinking about the prompt, but we'll get into this. Knight of Cactus reversed. And then something you can do to support your inner teen. We got the Queen of Cactus, upright. Okay. Okay. T. And then their message to you. Your inner teen's message to you. Pile 2. What do they have to say? I'll take it. Ooh, geez. Okay. We've got Justice reversed and the World reversed for pile 2. All right. And I'm just going to keep these guys at the bottom for now. Ooh, whoa. Hermit reversed on the bottom. That's crazy. All right, pile 2. So starting off with a card to represent your teenage self, we've got the 6 of Cactus, which is the 6 of Pentacles reversed. It's like one-sided. It's kind of selfish. It's, you know, the 6 of Pentacles is about one-sided charity of like you're giving and not getting back, or you're taking and not giving back. And it's funny because with that loneliness card, like, I feel like maybe you were in a position where like you were giving of yourself and giving of yourself and you weren't getting back. Or I feel like you had a lot of financial issues as a teen. And my reason behind that is just because of all the pentacles and stuff. I feel like maybe you were in a position where maybe you did have more than other people. I know I said maybe you were broke, but there's also the potential of like maybe you had more than other people and you experienced the frustration of people taking from you as well, or people using you for what you have. But either way, I feel like, and it's funny too with that despair. Hold on, let me drink some water. It's funny too, because with that despair card, it's like when you're giving and giving and you're trying to get acceptance and you're trying to like be the cool one or whatever, and you're trying to get people to like you and nobody likes you, it's a struggle and it feels really like it's embarrassing. It's like you feel awkward, and I think that's where that like balance card comes in of like, you know, maybe it's time to start putting yourself out there and not just, maybe you were the type of person that people had to come to you, you didn't go to them. Either way, I don't think that you experienced an equal give and take as a teen. What you lacked as a teen, we have the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you were not taken care of very well in the emotional department. I don't think that emotional awareness and love and compassion were a part of your everyday routine. I don't think that you even I don't know if you even had access to that, especially with that loneliness card. Like, I just feel like maybe you spent a lot of time, you know, maybe are you one of those people that had to parent your parents and maybe you were just taking care of them? Because that would make sense here too. You're just taking care of them and taking care of them and taking care of them because they weren't like, you know, they're capable of taking care of themselves, but they'd rather project it onto their child. Maybe you had like narcissistic parents, and you're giving and giving and giving, and not just parents. 3:33 on my timer. Okay, maybe it is parents, but sorry. Sometimes it takes a second to let the cards marinate and like get an overall idea. You know, I'm not a perfect tarot reader, but I know what I'm doing. It might take a second. Anyway, yeah, maybe you dealt with like parental issues or just issues in your like life when it came to your connections where you were giving and you were not being taken care of the way that you should have. And maybe you had more challenges than other people did, and that probably created a lot of frustration for you as a teen. You know, that like it's hard not to, when you're a teen, you're still like emotionally developing and you're still like learning about yourself and all these things, you know, and it's not easy to not be a hater as a teenager, especially when there's people who are being taken care of and people who are receiving that Ace of Cups as kids and they are being loved, at least from an outer perspective, because you really don't know what's going on in the home. But it's easy to like be jealous of people whose parents take care of them, you know? and people who just have what they need and not struggle. 444 on my timer. Ah, goodness. What is with these fours? Something that was never expressed as a teen. We have the Ace of Cactus reverse, which is funny. That's double aces coming in. Ace of Cactus reverse, which is the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you weren't able to say that you weren't getting what you needed. I think that you didn't get to tell people, like, I don't think that you got to say, like, hey, I'm not getting what I need. Hey, you're not taking care of me. Hey, I'm struggling. I'm in despair. I'm in poverty. I'm not getting what it is that I deserve. And I feel alone and I feel isolated, you know? I feel like you weren't allowed to express your discomfort in your situation. I think that you were just expected to be okay with the situation. Whether that be like I said, your home life, you know, whether it was like your parents or, you know, growing up broke or growing up just like struggling, or even on the opposite side of that coin, if you grew up and you were financially stable and you were taken care of and you just felt like you weren't being nurtured enough to be able to find your own way. That's also a thing. And that's something that was never expressed as a teen. Ace of Cactus reversed. How is that affecting your life now? LOL. You became a perfectionist and you became someone who's like hyper focused, and it's like, I think you're just focused on getting that bag. You know, you're focused on like getting an education, engaging with people, or even like just growing. I think you're focused on your growth. It's funny. It's funny because like if you look at these cards, it's almost like the same vibe in these two. That like nurturing. I think that in your adulthood, your lack of control and your lack of stability manifested itself in a way that you're going to do whatever it takes to take care of yourself. You know, you're not going to live in a poverty, like it's a poverty mindset without being in a poverty environment. Does that make sense? Because you're so focused on not landing in despair that you actually are putting yourself in that position. So how is that affecting your life now? I think that you're just focused on getting a bag. And I think you're one of those people that I don't ever want to be poor again. I don't ever want to be, you know, struggle again. I don't ever want to be in that situation again. And that might have developed into like hyper independence too, where you can't even like ask people for help, or you can't like work with others. And I think you just kind of jump. And you don't really stop and think about, you know, the people around you. I think that you're so used to just handling it yourself that you're not. Yeah. I think that in your adulthood, you just kind of were like, I'm going to go secure the bag and that's going to be it for me. Something you can do to heal your inner teen. Wait, was that 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. Something you can do to heal your inner teen. We've got the 4 of Cups reversed. I think that you need to stop acting like you've missed all these opportunities and start paying attention to all the opportunities that you've made. I think you need to stop focusing on the failures and focusing on the despair and focusing on, you know, the lack. Like I said, it's a poverty mindset. I don't think that you're broke. I think that in your adulthood, you've made it a point to make sure that you are never gonna, you know, even if you're still struggling, I think that you've made it a point to make sure that you are never going to be in this like lack again. But that can't be the only thing that drives you, because at some point you're going to realize that like that is a cause with no ending. That is something that has no like actual goal and no achievement. It's not going to help you grow. It's not going to help you do anything. You're just going to be financially stable. Okay, cool. But are you learning anything? Like, have you built your resume through this? Have you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Like, are you building a future with this hustle, or are you just hustling? Because at some point you're going to burn out and you're going to get bored and you're going to realize that none of this was even what you wanted. And you're going to look back and see all these missed opportunities for growth that you weren't paying attention to because you were so busy just trying to, you know, get the bag. And that's something that all of us who grew up broke struggle with. You know, I would rather be alone and making money than to put myself out there and, you know, ask for help, or I'd rather even struggle alone than to ask for help. you know? And I think that that's the vibe here, is you're so used to people not being there for you that you don't even allow yourself to be in a position to need people. And that's not good for your mental health. It's not good for your physical health either, you know, because you're going to burn out eventually. And I think that maybe there was a lot of situations where you saw other people have that stability. It's funny because the Ace of Cups is next to it. Like, I feel like a lot of times you were seeing that love and you were seeing that balance and you were seeing, you know, the equal give and take, and you weren't getting that. And I feel like that might have made you feel insecure as well. It happens. It happens. I don't think that any of us had a good teen life, to be perfectly honest. You know, we're all out here struggling. We're all trying to grow and heal and recover. So something you could do to heal your inner teen is, I think you need to change a little change of direction. Sorry, that was a little rabbit trail. Something you could do to support your inner teen. Interestingly enough, we've got the Knight of Cactus, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And it's about like laziness. It's about like slow and like delays and such. Honestly, maybe just be a little lazy. I think that maybe, okay. Full circle thought. Remember how I said you were probably the kid that had to support your parents and had to take care of everybody and blah, blah, blah. 11:11 on my timer. I think that your inner teen wants you to be a bum. And I'm not talking about like quit your job and, you know, never take care of yourself again. I'm talking about like, I think that your inner teen needs to just chill. Especially with that Hermit reverse, which I think is funny. I think that you were not dealt a fair hand. And I think that you are continuing to punish yourself for the fact that you weren't dealt a fair hand by overworking, by overinvesting, by, you know, saturating yourself in all these things and not really taking the time to like pause and like think about stuff, just kind of going for the hustle. And I think that your inner teen is just like, yo, can we chill and play some video games, please? Like, can we slow down? Can we like, you've been racing your whole life. You know what I mean? Growth is not quick. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes a slow process. And I think that maybe you should just be slowing down. The Knight of Cactus reverse, I don't think at all is negative. I think that this is a call to chill out for a little bit, you know? Don't work as hard as you've always worked. You don't need to. You always need to work hard, but like, make it be reasonable, you know, ask your friend, like, hey, you want to go somewhere with me? Or, you know, get yourself out of this element. Surrender the idea that you are not worthy of the Ace of Cups, you know? Something you could do, and that's something you could do to support your inner teen. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always do this. How is this affecting your life now? Something you could do to heal your inner teen. Something you could do to support your inner teen. Did these come out together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Their message to you. Okay. I feel like maybe these guys came out together. I don't remember. Anyway, Queen of Cactus. Be more, be stable, be down to earth. I think it's time to, you know, enjoy the security that you have built for yourself. I should probably clip all that out. But enjoy the security that you've built for yourself. Enjoy the fruits of your hard labor, dude. You worked really hard to take care of everyone else, and now you've worked really hard to take care of yourself. And I think that it's time that you recognize that you're not in despair anymore. Recognize that you're not in that struggle situation where there's nobody who's there for you and there's nobody who cares and there's nobody who's going to support you. I think that you should take some steps back and think about who is around you. Think about your friends. Think about the people that love you. And look to them for support. You're not alone, dude. I think that it's hard when you like have been in a position where you've had to be independent your entire life, and then you enter the world and it's like, okay, no man is an island. It's like, okay, but like, I've been an island my whole life. It's like, no, actually you haven't. You've just been carrying someone else's workload, you know? You're not alone. There's people out there, and I think it's time that you start to slow down and maybe focus on that. Focus on connecting with people who are like-minded, people who bring stability, people who would think, and even if it's like creating like a career section of friends, because this is very money. I feel like you have a lot of money trauma. But maybe find like-minded friends, people who are into investing, people who are into like building a future, people who are into like property and stuff, whatever it is that you're into, that's like your main focus is getting the bag, focus on that. And then lastly, advice from your inner teen, or advice, their message to you. We've got justice reversed and we've got the world reversed, which is super interesting because justice reversed is feeling like it's unfair, there's dishonesty, there's a lack of accountability, and the world reverse can feel like there's a lack of completion and a lack of closure. So I think that your inner teen is telling you that there's still some stuff to work on. I think that they are recognizing that maybe you need more support than you think you do. Pile 2. And I feel like your inner teen is calling you to maybe start putting yourself out there again. Maybe start like looking into maybe people that are like-minded, people who support you and people who are going to encourage you to do better, not people who are going to expect you to take care of them again, So, pile 2, I hope this was helpful for you. I feel like this wasn't so much about the angst as it was about just having to hold it down, So lastly, we're going to do, I'm going to roll some dice and get an angel number, and then we're going to get some oracle messages on how you can take care of yourself, inner teen. So if you are sound sensitive, I am going to be rolling these dice in 3, 2, 1. What do we got? They came out this way. So 4, 2, 1. Let's see. Angel number 4, 2, 1. Let me see. 4, 2, 1. Angel number 421 is a message to use positive affirmations and maintain a positive attitude about your life in general, as these positive energies attract abundance and manifest peace and clarity. Have faith and trust in yourself, your skills, talents, and natural abilities, and use them to their fullest on your divine path. Have faith and trust that the angels encourage and support you in your endeavors. Yeah, dude, like your money is okay. You are a very focused person. You've always handled your business ever since you were a kid. I'm assuming ever since you were a teenager, because that's what this reading is about. So what is something else that you can, do to take care of yourself? What are things that you can do to maybe support your inner teen, to maybe relieve that sense of like independence and that sense of, all work and no play? Relieve yourself of that sense of struggle. What do we got? Okay. It's funny because rest was in pile 2 too. And then this guy flew out. Ooh, okay. 44. What the WTF? What is with the 4s? Pile 2. We got sex. We have number 39, plan a vacation. And we have number 43, rest. Literally, dude, you are not supporting your parents anymore. You are not supporting your siblings anymore if you have siblings. You are not the breadwinner. You're the breadwinner and you've won the bread. But you know what I'm trying to say. Like, you're not that person. You're not that kid anymore who has to support everybody else except themselves. You've done what you needed to do to get yourself in a financially stable position. And now it's time to slow down, take a break, maybe enjoy yourself, explore what it is that you're into. Do a little self-care. Make sure that we're making healthy choices and safe choices, of course. But do a little self-care, get some rest and relax and just like enjoy your life. You don't have to like, we're not struggling anymore. We're not alone anymore. We're not isolated and focusing on other people. We can connect with others and we can enjoy life to its fullest. You don't have to struggle anymore, pile 2. So thank you for coming. I really hope you enjoyed this. Make sure that you click the link down below and head over to This Beautiful Place Tarot so that you can get your message from Letty on how to reparent. Make sure that you like and comment and share. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And I will catch you guys on the next one, okay? Bye, Pile 2. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the Dalmatian Jasper bracelet or you chose the Disney Villains Tarot, then this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start with our oracle portion. And if you feel like you're not connecting with it, you feel like it's not applying, go ahead and pick another pile, or you might not have a reading today. There's nothing wrong with either of those. We don't want to force information to fit. We don't want to confuse ourselves even more. We're trying to look for clarity, not confusion, right? So, also don't forget to click the link down below, head over to This Beautiful Place Tarot and get your message from Letty on how to reparent. That would be part 2 to this reading. So let's get into our oracles and see what's the tea with you, Pile 3. Let me get my little notey notes back together. There we go. A message from your teenage self for Pile 3. Let's go. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Okay. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Okay, cool. I just saw 111 on my timer. We've got divine being, number 16. Interesting. Whether, like, I get the vibe that maybe you were one of those kids that was tapped in at a young age, but you didn't know you were, maybe. Or like you were already more drawn to the ethereal things. And maybe if you came from a conflicting background, you know, as a child, we tend to be talked out of the things that we saw. Like, you know, if like you saw angels as a kid or anything like that, like you tend to be talked out of the things that you saw. But I feel like maybe you as a teen especially were starting to become more aware of who you were and what direction you were trying to go. Next one, we've got Impervious, number 14, and this is from the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. Boom. Make sure you pick up a copy. I'll link it down below. This thing is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Number 14. So let's read that. I'm taking it slow today, guys. I'm not really stressing or not really like trying to be, you know, flawless. I'm just doing my thing. So we're going to read the introspection part. Number 14, Impervious. A skeleton rises from vivid phoenix flames. If you are still breathing, then you are still winning. You are that blazing phoenix rising from the ashes of your mistakes, constantly reinventing yourself, transmuting your mistakes into wisdom, your life a reassuring cycle of betterment. You must keep going. Impervious says, do not quit. You can, you will, and you must. You must and you do. Get out there and be a bad bitch today, my love. Yes, get out there and be a bad bitch. I think, yeah, I feel like maybe you were, like I said, I feel like maybe you were detoured from, there was an attempt to detour you from who it was that you truly were as a teen. And I feel like you were probably awakening at a younger age. 3:33 on my timer. Toil and Labor, number 38. Dude, yeah, I feel like you had to push really hard. You had to push hella hard to get here. It wasn't like I don't know if you also had to like put in a lot of work as a teen, like literally physical labor in terms of like your education. Maybe, ooh, okay. Here's a thought. I'm feeling like maybe you were trying to pursue, you recognized who you were at a younger age and you were trying to pursue what it was that was, and you were willing to put in the work against all odds. But the indecision, I can see where that comes from, where it's like, you're a teen, like, should I really go for it? Align your inner compass. Okay. Following what's right. You had 2 of these come out, which I thought was interesting. Okay. You guys know how I have the little color thing going on. I'm going to go like this. No, I'm going to go like this. We've got sadness and we have success. So I feel like you I feel like as a teen, I think you knew what you wanted. I just don't think you knew how to get there. We have trine, harmony, opportunities, luck, flow, beneficial reward, synchronicity, good vibes, ease, positivity, supportive, expansive, overindulgent, complacent. Yeah, that complacency. I feel like I think that you knew, hold on, let me fix my camera. Boom, that's better. I feel like you knew what it was that you wanted to do as a teen, and I feel like you recognized that there was going to be a lot of rough patches ahead, and I feel like you did those things, and I feel like it might have cost you. But in the end, at the end of it all, there is harmony and there is success. So I feel like maybe you had to push through, and the funny thing was too, what did you guys have? The Ten of Swords? I feel like it wasn't, like, high school wasn't easy for you. Being a teenager wasn't easy for you. I feel like you had a lot of, I don't know what those challenges were, to be perfectly honest. I'm not really getting any indication as to what those challenges were. Other than divine being, you know, probably just coming into yourself. Maybe having a early recognition of your true form. 5:55 on my timer. What? Okay. Yeah. Pile 3, I feel like maybe you were awakening in your earlier years, and I think that you just had the challenge of, do I just go for it or do I not? You know? I hope that made sense. I hope you're connecting with this. If you are, I feel like we should get into the tarot. But I definitely get the vibe that you knew where you were going. You were just kind of not sure if you could. It's giving the self-doubt. It was weird because these two like came out together, and I normally try and only take one, but I saw the colors and I was like, nah, I gotta keep this one. So I did. That in the middle. Oh, we have an extra one, so I'll just do it like this. So at the very least, like, you can see them together. Sadness and success, toil and labor. Okay. A message from your teenage self. Yeah. I'm getting the vibe that you were a spiritual person as a teen. And it took some, I think that you were seeing the signs early. And I think that you just, I think that there was some pushback from it. And I feel like you were probably just not sure if that's what you wanted to do. A card to represent your teenage self. And you could literally take this as it resonates. Some people will jump at the comments and be like, this does not apply to me. I'm like, okay, well, it's not for you. Sorry. But, you know, this is probably specific, you know, but if it applies, hey, let me know. I'd love to hear. A card to represent your teenage self for pile 3. What do we got? The 9 of Cups reversed. Okay. Remember in the intro when the Crow Tarot was the 9 of Cups reversed? Maybe watch pile 1. Just saying. A card to represent your teenage self. We've got the 9 of Cups reversed. What you lacked as a teen for pile 3. What did pile 3 lack as a teen? What do we got? The High Priestess reversed. Dude, yeah, I told you, it's your girl. It's your girl, the High Priestess. Something that was never expressed as a teen. I'll take them like this. What do we got? Ooh, the Knight of Coins reversed. Okay. How is this affecting your life now? We've got the 7 of Coins reversed. Okay. Or a 7 of Coins upright. Something you can do to heal your inner teen. And we've got True Love, which I think in this deck is the Lovers reversed. I believe so. And that's something you could do to heal your inner teen. Something you can do to support your inner teen. For pile 3, what do we got? The Sun, baby. Yes, I love that for you. And then their message to you. Your Teenage self, their message to you. Ooh, we got the Ten of Swords again. And this, ooh, okay. Okay. We got the Ten of Swords reversed. We got the Five of Cups reversed. That's the message from your teen self. What do we got on the bottom? Haters gonna hate. That's okay. We're gonna get into these. Pile 3. Okay, so a card to represent your teenage self. We've got the Nine of Cups reversed. I feel like you weren't very satisfied. I feel like you just wanted bigger things. I don't think that you fit in the bubble that you were born in, you know? And I think that you as a teenager were one of those kids who like didn't care that you wanted more, and not in the sense like I don't care like what's out there. I'm talking about like you didn't care what other people thought about that. Sorry, that's a better way to phrase it. Like I think that you were willing to, I think that you wanted to be your true self, and I think that you wanted to live your life freely and authentically. And I feel like there was a lot of like, there were people who were going to be upset about it. And there was going to be a lot of, I feel like there was a lot of adversity. And that's probably why as a teen, I feel like as a teen, you really struggled to be your authentic self, not because you couldn't be, but because you were afraid of what other people would say or feel or react, you know? So I feel like that's where that like dissatisfaction came from. I don't think that you were living in your authentic self. 11:11 on my timer. What you lacked as a teen, we've got the it's your girl. High Priestess reversed. You weren't like hearing your intuition. You weren't listening to your intuition because I don't think that you were allowed to listen to your intuition, or you were told. There's like hidden agendas. You know, I think that what you lacked as a teen was the ability to call things out as they truly were, because that's what the High Priestess is. She's your higher intuition. You know, she's gonna tell you, she's gonna reveal the truth to you. She's your, you know, when they're like, oh, the gut feeling, that's the High Priestess. She's literally saying, hey, something's off. And I think that what you lacked as a teen is the ability to even like, the ability to even say that something was off, you know, the ability, ooh, wait, okay. Take this as it resonates, but, to all of my trans non-binary homies out there, I feel like this might be applying to you guys specifically as well. Of just, if you were, you know, pre-transition in your teenhood, and there were people who, that makes sense with that divine being too, straight up. I feel like if there was people who were trying to stop you from ascending into your true form, and I feel like there was people who were probably tried to make you feel insecure and make you question your authentic self. And I feel like that's where that Nine of Cups came from. It could be like a dysphoria kind of vibe. And that's specific, you know, take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. There's definitely more in here. But that kind of just, oh, dude, tea though. Okay. I know who this is for. This is for y'all. This is for the B's and the T. Wait. The NBs, the 2 S's and the T's, I believe. Y'all know who you are. I said it before, the trans and non-binary homies out there. I just like looked at that too. That's funny. Yeah, so low-key, I'm gonna just say that this is for y'all. If, you know, if you're not, that's fine. But, and you can still connect with it, that's great. I'm just saying I feel like this is specifically for, this is part of this message is specifically for y'all. What was I saying? Yeah, what you lacked as a teen. I definitely feel like your ability to just say, just to like, you know, it's hiding behind a mask. It's like pretending that you're not who you truly are. And I feel like you definitely felt the call. I just think that especially as a teenager, you're really vulnerable and you're not sure if you can or if you can't, you know? I have trans friends from high school where it was like, I watched the whole process and I'm like, dang, I'm so proud of you. But I remember, you know, as a teenager, them being like, I don't think I can do this. And here we are, you know, down the line, looking at them just like in their true form and in their true glory. You know what I mean? So that's probably where that indecision came from, of just that fear of the fear of other people. But that's that impervious. That's coming up from the ashes and coming out in your true form. Hell yeah, dude. Good for you. Something that was never expressed as a teen. We've got the Knight of Coins reversed, which is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And the Knight of Pentacles reversed can talk about like feeling stuck. Dude, yeah. Feeling stuck, feeling like there's no movement, feeling like you're not able to transcend into your true form. Dude, this is giving me like the trans flag vibes too right here. Just like an inverted color grade, whatever. Yeah, I feel like you were dude, this too. Yeah, I'm claiming it for y'all. Yeah, it feels like it felt like you were stuck and you couldn't just say, hey, this is who I am, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm trying to do, who I'm trying to be. I don't know if you were in that kind of situation where, you know, there was gonna be some drama from you coming out and some drama from you like being free and expressing yourself. But you're not that teenager now, dude, homie, friend. You're not that teenager now. You can truly be yourself and you can release this idea that, like, dude, you're successful now. You know, you can release this idea that you are no longer able to stand in your true form, and you can expand and you can be who you truly are. That's what I got from that. How is this affecting your life now? We've got the Seven of Pentacles upright. I feel like it's making you think ahead. I feel like these setbacks have made you truly value where it is that you're going. And I think that it's made you truly value the idea of the future. Because I think that now that you're ascending into this new era of true form and true expression, I think it's, dude, yeah, I feel like you're like, it's like you have a reason to look towards the future, despite the garbage, you know, despite the setbacks, despite feeling stuck and feeling left out and feeling like you're not being honest and not being authentic. You don't have to feel that way anymore. And I feel like now you're more focused on the future and you're focused on what things could be and what things could look like versus what they were. And I think that your teenage self is, yeah, I'm excited for you, pile 3. I really am. And like I said, if you're not, if you don't identify as like trans or non-binary or anything like that, like, but you still connect with the reading, you connect with the reading. It's the message. But I felt like this was low key. I mean, there's quite a few subtle hints, you know, as to the folks that I feel this pile was talking to. But it's for the collective, so anybody. And that's how is this affecting your life now? Investment in the future. Something you can do to heal your inner teen. And we've got the Lovers reversed. Separating yourself from people who are not aligned with your higher being. People who are not aligned with your values. Don't invest yourself in people who do not respect you, do not take you seriously, will not, you know, acknowledge you as you truly are. Don't make space for any of those people at all. Something you can do to heal your inner teen is literally like, get that crap out of here. And then something you can do to support your inner teen. And we've got the Sun, baby. Focus on your success. Literally, let's flip that around because we're not there anymore. You know, we're not in sadness town anymore. We're in success town. But focus on your successes. Focus on like I said, the future. Think about where it is you're trying to go, who it is you're trying to be, your joy. Maybe do some, well, I mean, obviously that's why you're watching the video, but do some inner teen healing, do some inner child healing. Tap into yourself and allow yourself to reconstruct some of the experiences that you were kind of robbed of, you know, when you were in this like state of indecision where you couldn't choose yourself just yet, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. I also think it's important that you forgive yourself for those things, you know, back in the day when you could have, you know, asserted yourself more, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You were a teenager. You need to forgive yourself for stuff that you know, kind of dropped. You weren't even dropping the ball. Like, what were you supposed to do? you know? You were a kid. And this is their message to you, your teenage self, their message to you. We've got the 10 of Swords reversed, and then we've got the the 5 of Cups reversed. So starting with the 10 of Swords reverse, it's about recovery, it's about regeneration, it's about healing and moving forward. And then also with the 5 of Cups reverse, it's about moving on and letting go and accepting not only yourself, but accepting that some people are just who they are and they're not worth stressing yourself out about. Some people are not worth the toil and labor. You know, some adversity is just not welcome in your life. You know what I mean? You want to bring harmony. You want to bring opportunities and luck, and you want to be focused on your positive wins and your future. You don't need to be focused on people who really don't support you at the end of the day. So, let's close this off with a angel number. I'm going to roll for an angel number. So if you are sound sensitive, cover your ears because I will be rolling in 3, 2, 1. What do we got? 932. I just saw 333 on my timer too. Angel number 932 is a message indicating that you are ready and fully prepared to take on your life purpose with passion and enthusiasm, knowing that the angels and ascended masters support and encourage you in your light-working endeavors. Give any fears or concerns to the angels for healing and get on with serving your soul purpose. I love that for you, pile 3. I love that for you. I think that it's important that you focus on yourself, you take care of yourself, and you find ways to grow and heal from other people and their garbage, you know, unhealed people. So let's close off with some self-care. What can pile 3 do to take care of their teenage self, their inner teen? What do we got? We got 3 of them. Great. Health checkup. Yes. Okay. Like I said about our homies, make sure that you are taking care of your body. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that we're not, you know, nourish your temple. Make a meal. Dude, literally, I think that you guys need to just start focusing on taking care of your body. Massage on the bottom. Literally, it's all of this is like physical. I think it's important that you start taking care of your body the way that it has always deserved to be taken care of. You just really didn't have the opportunity before, okay? So pile 3, I loved this for you. I hope that you take care. I hope that literally go to the doctor, make that appointment, see what's going on. But most of all, I hope you take care of yourself. I love you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure that you like and comment down below. Let me know who tapped into pile 3, and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to, you know, have more friends come and hang out with us in this wonderful mystic adventure. So like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the smoky quartz or, smoky quartz, or you chose the 420 tarot, this is going to be your reading. We're going to start with our oracle portion as always. And if you feel like just based off of the oracle, you're not connecting with this reading, it's totally okay. You can pick another pile if you want to, or you might not have a reading today. There's nothing wrong with that. We want to make sure we're not forcing information to fit that doesn't fit and creating chaos where there should be clarity. So on that note, message from your teenage self. And also don't forget, click down in the description box below and go watch This Beautiful Place Tarot's video. It's part 2 to this reading. Sorry, I don't know why I'm stumbling with my words. It's part 2 to this reading. And it's going to be reparenting. So on that note, let's get into these guys and get to getting. It's 420 tarot, so you guys already know. Clink, clink. Okay. Pile 4. Message from your teenage self. Let's get it. In there. All right. Message from your teenage self. We've got friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. This is a pretty card too. I like this card. Positive or negative. We've got friendship. Service. I feel good when I can help others. Okay. I feel it. We've got new beginnings. Sorry, I think I might have to cover her breastises because I don't want to get, you know, in trouble with YouTube. But new beginnings. So there's that one. Let me do that because YouTube. So new beginnings. We've got brother, number 57. Let me grab the guidebook. This is from the Embroidered Graveyard Oracle. I'm going to link that down below as well so you guys can pick that up. It's very beautiful. I love it. That's number 57. Brother. We're going to read the introspection part. The boundless energy of the brother archetype asks us to be more free and willing to go on an adventure. Plan the essentials and be safe, of course, but never forget to have fun and always be on the lookout for the small things that bring you joy, too. It doesn't have to be an expensive trip. It could be the rushing feeling of riding a bike downhill. When was the last time you just let go and gave yourself permission to have fun for the sake of it? Brother archetype says try it today and surprise yourself with something out of the ordinary. Okay. Okay, cool. So I feel like maybe you've always been the fun friend, you know, and I feel like maybe you've always been the one that like has been there for everyone. I feel like you like to take care of people, but I think it's time to start taking care of yourself. Pile 4, let's see. We've got the coffin, and the coffin is not specifically referring to, you know, not life. The coffin can be referring to like an ending, like it's closed, you know what I mean? Like the casket's closed kind of thing. It's so funny too, because new beginnings, it's almost like there's no going, when you're in the grave, like there's no going back, you know, as far as we can be aware at this point, you know, once it's done here. So I feel like maybe I don't know if you struggled with friendships or if you had like a lot of friendships and maybe you're still friends with those people, but I think some things are just ready to start anew. Nurture connections. Yeah. Nurture connections. Connect with other people, maybe. Connect with some new people. Ooh, we have anger. Interesting. And we have conjunction. Union. Joined forces, working together, merging, enhancing, empowering, strengthening, combined energy, linked, lack of individuality. Interesting. Okay. So it feels like the anger, that's so random. But maybe the frustration is that maybe some people are growing up and maybe you're struggling with that. Ooh, there's that. There could be like, you know, I am one of those people that's had certain friends since high school, and all of those are wonderful friendships, and I'm still connected with most of them. But, you know, when you kind of come to the realization that certain connections are over, let me do that. Sorry. When you come to the realization that certain connections are over, that could be irritating. But I feel like I got the vibe that you were very fun. I feel like you're the fun friend, and I feel like you're the one who like values the friendships. And maybe there's friendships that are not, maybe there's friendships that you feel like you're losing. I also am getting the vibe that like you are someone who has always valued your friendships. I feel like you were always the person who like genuinely cared about your friends in high school. And I think that you were probably the friend that like, I don't want to say you cared more about your friends than other people or than your friends did. But I feel like maybe if there was a situation where like, when you were a teenager, if there was a situation where like some things had to come to a screeching halt in terms of just a connection that wasn't working anymore, or like a union that wasn't really coming together. But I feel like maybe you broke free of that and you started to find stuff that wasn't as draining for you. Something that makes you feel good, and something that I understand the friend is in my life for a reason, you know? And it's not always like, when friends are in your life, it's not always a positive thing. Sometimes they're negative things. But overall, I just get the vibe that like when you were a teen, your friends meant a lot to you. And I think that you were willing to do anything for them. And I feel like maybe you were in a position where there were some people that just weren't gonna... There were just some things that, for some reason, some shit came to an end. Let's get into the tarot, because this is interesting. I don't get the vibe that, like... I don't get the vibe that you were really, you know, not... Like, you didn't have people that you were hanging out with. Maybe you were one of those people that, like, volunteered a lot for school. Or you were just looking for, you know, always looking for, like, going the extra mile. And that can be frustrating too. But definitely it's time to start, you know, if you weren't that kid before, it's time to start kind of setting out on your own and really investing in yourself and seeing what, you know, letting loose. So, a message from your teenage self, a card to represent you as a teen. Card to represent pile 4 as a teen. Okay. What do we got? Oh, the 3 of Swords. Okay, yeah. I feel like you lost some friends in high school. That's the vibe I'm getting. I feel like you care a lot about your friends, and I feel like there was probably a situation where something ended. Something ended, and that kind of hurt. What you lacked as a teen. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, interesting. What was something that was never expressed as a teen for pile 4? What was never expressed as a teen for pile 4? Ooh, 9 of Swords upright. Okay. I think that was the card that was on top too when I showed this, when I was showing you guys in the intro. How is that affecting your life now? Ooh, dang, we got the 9 of Cups in reversed. Okay. Okay, pile 4. Something you can do to heal your inner teen. For pile 4, something you could do to heal your inner teen. What do we got? Ooh, the Magician. Yes, pile 4. Yes. Getteth it. Okay. Something you can do to support your inner teen. For pile 4, something that pile 4 can do to support their inner teen. Ooh, what do we got? 6 of Wands. Okay. Okay, I feel the vibe. And then lastly is their message to you. Your inner teen's message to you. What do we got? We've got the 2 of Swords upright, and we've got the Ace of Swords reversed. Interesting. Okay. 3 of Cups on the bottom. Okay. T. Alrighty. So, pile 4. A card to represent you as a teen. I feel like some shit really hurt you as a teenager. I don't know if you lost, like I said, I don't know if you, like, lost a friendship or, like, it's a heartbreak. I don't want to say that someone... Okay, so the vibe that I originally got, which I don't want to really dive too deep into. But if you had a friend who left the planet early, I feel like this might be, you know, or a brother or, you know, someone close to you. And this, I didn't want to talk about it at first, to be perfectly honest. But when I was shuffling these out, Death came out and Pain, I think, came out. But either way, honestly, like, if you lost someone because they were not able to stay and you lost a friend, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. But you definitely need to focus on the future. You need to focus on living. You need to focus on healing. And you need to make sure that you don't get to that point yourself. All of that done. back on to, you know, that was just a side thought, and I felt like I should probably just get it out. But all of that aside, I feel like maybe you just lost like some connections that you thought were 5:55 on my timer. Lost some connections that you thought were going to last forever as a teen, and it hurt. And I feel like it really made you angry, and it made you like, because I think that you're a giving person, and I think that you're someone who nurtures and loves, and I think that you are someone who supports. I think that you're a cheerleader for your friends. I do. I think that you're the fun one. And I feel like maybe as a teen you experienced someone treating you in a way that you didn't think that you would ever be treated by that person. What you lacked as a teen. We've got the 10 of Pentacles upright. 10 of Pentacles upright. Inheritance, family, establishment, retirement. I feel like maybe you even relied on your friends more than you did on your family, because maybe your family wasn't very reliable. Because that's what the 10 is. That's like the family card, you know, grandparents, generational issues, generational wealth, that kind of thing. So maybe there was a friendship that you relied on, and maybe that friendship kind of dwindled, and that I feel like that really left you kind of unable to really see the future in a positive light. But I think that you still have friends who support you. You know what? I'm going to say I don't think that this applies to your friendship. I think that this applies to your family. I think that your family did not support you the way that you should have as a teen, and you relied more heavily on your friends. And I think that that's why you do acts of service and you show them that you love them. And I think that that's why you're so inclusive and so focused on working together and empowering and strengthening. Yeah, I was trying to figure out I was like, it's not giving the vibe that the friend was the problem. So, teenage self, I think, and honestly, a lot of us as teenagers that was the era where like our parents abandoned us, and we really relied on our friends. I don't know if you guys remember being a teenager, but I remember my friends being very, very important to me. You know, people that I wanted to take care of and love and keep safe. So yeah, I feel like maybe you were lacking like a family structure, you were lacking support, you were lacking people to believe in you and focus on the future, you know? And I feel like you relied more heavily on your friendships, and I think that your friendships brought a lot of emotional healing for you. Something that was never expressed as a teen. We've got the 9 of Swords. If you dealt with like depression, anxiety, insomnia, that kind of shit, and your parents were very much like, oh, well, you know, just pray it away, or oh, maybe it's just this or it's just that. I feel like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this background noise. I really just want to finish this video. This is like my 4th take, so I'm not ending it at this point. I'm just going to continue on, guys. Sorry about the motorcycle. I feel like maybe I feel like your feelings were really disregarded at home. And I feel like there was some sort of, I hate to say it, but some of y'all, one of your siblings might have been exalted over you. A lot of times too. I just feel like your mental health was heavily disregarded and your emotional health was heavily disregarded in this home situation. And I feel like you weren't in a position where you could even express that. And that's something that was never expressed as a teen. If you seriously struggled with like depression and that kind of stuff, and like really, you know, your friends were like the only safe space for you to acknowledge that stuff and like express that anger and express those things. Yeah, I feel it. How is this affecting your life now? We've got the 9 of Cups reversed. And the 9 of Cups reversed can be about like feeling dissatisfied. I feel like maybe it's thrown you off. I feel like maybe you're the type of person that gets into like not good relationships with people, and you kind of stay there because you are looking for the satisfaction that you would get from acceptance from your family, and I don't think that that would ever happen. I'm not saying that you can never reconnect with your family. I'm saying that the validation that you're seeking from, you know, whatever it is that is supposed to be satisfying this itch in your heart, like, this isn't it. Honestly. Because when you're feeling dissatisfied, I feel like I'm trying to like put it into words, but you know those parents that like nothing that you do is good enough, nothing that you say is good enough. I feel like you've taken that role onto yourself, and you may not do that to other people if you do it to other people, but you definitely do it to yourself of like nothing that you've done is good enough, nothing that you've created is good enough. You look around at all of your accomplishments and they're all garbage, like, and that's not fair to you, dude. That's not fair to you. Just because someone else didn't see your value, just because your parents, your grandparents, whoever did not see your value, does not mean that you don't have value. Who cares what they thought? They were a bunch of people who genuinely did not know what they were doing and then went and had a bunch of kids. Like, that's the vibe for me, you know? And I've been, our entire generation knows how you feel, bro. Homie, friend. Like, you're not alone. But I think that when we are, I think it's a self-infliction kind of thing where you're projecting other people's dissatisfaction with you onto yourself. And you did that a lot as a teen, and I feel like you do it now. Something you can do to heal your inner teen is the Magician. Focus on manifesting, focus on what it is that you're trying to go, focus on your craft, your skills, concentrating, and think like being more resourceful with your energy, with your time. Focus on building yourself up, because the next card, a way that you can support your inner teen, is to give yourself the recognition for all the struggles you've gone through, dude. To be confident in who you are and parade through the streets and say, despite what you people think, I made it, and I'm a good person, and I'm a good friend, and people love me, and I am someone who is worthy to be loved and to be equal with another person, right? Don't let, and that's where that new beginnings comes in. Okay, it's taken me a second just because I've had a lot of distractions and I've been trying to flow, but now that we're in it, that's where that new beginnings comes in, of just like, I think that you are in a position where you've created your own family, your chosen family, and I think that you're at a point where you're going to nurture those connections and let the other ones die out. Let the ones that make you angry, the ones that hurt you, the ones that expect you to serve them without them serving you, the ones that make you lose your individuality, those ones got to go. And continue to nurture the good ones. And give yourself recognition, dude. I feel like you were probably an achiever as a teen, and people just didn't really care that, it was, unfortunately, like, I feel like you were an achiever, and I feel like there were people who just didn't recognize that and didn't care that you were an achiever. But that's not your problem anymore, dude. Who cares what they think? You need to give yourself the applause. You need to give yourself your flowers. You need to parade through the streets and say, hey, look, Ma, I made it. I did it. Because the Nine of Cups is the main character energy too, of that, like, look at my little stand with all my cups. What, you want to come talk to me? Go ahead. What's up? Like, it's time to get in that main character energy. And if you're still struggling with depression and you're still struggling with those irritations and like things that you have dealt with since you were a teenager that you felt like have been 1444 on my timer, have gone unaddressed, I think it's important that you work together with someone, whether that be a therapist or a spiritual healer or whoever, and really get to the bottom of these issues so that you can continue to grow and build and create better things for yourself and not have this critical mentality, that these other people had on you. So the message for your inner teen has for you, closing out, we've got the Ace of Swords reversed, and we've got the Two of Swords upright, which is interesting because I think it's time to let go of the chaos, let go of the confusion, and stop being so indecisive. I think it's time to make a choice, and I think the choice is to choose yourself. I think that you need to cut off, because that's what the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords for me, that card is also like the cut off card where it's like, nope, we're not doing it. We're not going there anymore. So I think it's time to start cutting off these relationships that no longer serve you and start really building on the ones that you know for a fact have always been there for you and have always loved you. So pile 4, I hope that was helpful for you. Let's now do an angel number. I'm going to roll these dice. If you're sound sensitive, go ahead and cover your ears in 3, 2, 1. What do we got? We got 5, 1, 5, 11. 15, 11. Okay, so let's see. Which 11 will reduce down to 2. So let's try that. 2, 1, 5, 1, 1. Angel number 1511 is a message from the angels that your positive thoughts, ideals, and intentions are manifesting rapidly, and this will bring about beneficial and important life changes for you. Keep your environment positive and light, and avoid negative situations and people, as your positive attitude, mindset, and expectations will determine the outcome of the changes to come. Take positive action in the direction of your goals and aspirations, and do not be afraid of to be true to yourself and your chosen path. Pile 4, like I said, nurture the relationships that really, really support you, the ones that love you. I feel like your inner teen may have been neglected by the ones that are supposed to love you. But guess what, pile 4? I think that you have good friends. I think that you have people that love you and care about you. And I think that you're going to be okay without the haters, without the people that don't want to see you win. Because at the end of the day, do you want people who are really like manifesting failure on you in your life? No, I don't think so. Pile 4, how can you take care of your inner teen? Connect with fire. Ooh, maybe go outside with some marshmallows. This is giving me like camping vibes. Do you like to camp? That spontaneous, like go on a trip or something? I don't know. Clean your space. Yes, definitely clean your space. Take a shower and like just, the whole shebang. Just be in a fresh environment. Create art and rest. I think it's funny that all 4 piles got rest. But definitely your inner teen wants you to be more creative, wants to tap into the things that, you probably didn't get recognized for, or probably felt like nobody cared. But there's people who do care. And I think that you should connect with those people. Connect with your friends, connect with the ones that support you and love you. Get your space cleaned up, do beautiful things, and take a frickin' nap, pile 4. I think that's everything. Make sure that you stop by at This Beautiful Place Tarot and watch part 2 of this reading to see how you can reparent yourself. Thank you, pile 4, for watching. Sorry for the struggle of getting to the end. There's just a lot of distractions going on, but we made it. Make sure that you like and comment down below. Let me know if this was helpful for you, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.